Alrighty. Excuse me. Peter Gilmore here on this late Tuesday night, back in with my second and final video of the night. Another 2 for Tuesday. This time on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below in my pants. Down in the description box below. And as always, find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. You know this by now, but if you don't, then share the video all over the internet and hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn freaking thing. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, do it now. If it's your first time watching, thank you for watching. Welcome to the party, pal! And I hope you enjoy the ride. And if you like what you see, if you're just stumbling around YouTube, and you like the content, hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and show my other channels your love and support by subscribing to them as well. All the links are down below. And also, if you want to get a little bit interactive with me, if you dare, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and share the video like I said, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. And if you want to get interactive in the chat, if you're new, you're going to have to wait about 2 weeks. Because it is what it is. It is what it is. You're going to have to wait about a couple weeks because of sub-only mode. I know it makes me, you know, a lot of people use it because of trolls and everything, but I'll eventually take it off, but not right now. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that situation, and that's it for now. So if you're new, you're gonna have to wait, or you can watch the video and leave a comment after the video is up, or whenever you want to leave a comment, or hit me up on social media if you can, if you want to, but it is what it is. That's it. Alright, on this late Tuesday night, September the 6th, 2022, or if you're watching from somewhere else in the world, it is now September the 7th, 2022, and the first week of September. Got 2 weeks till fall, which I think begins actually begins 2 weeks from Thursday on September the 22nd. So we got 2 more weeks of summer. Not feeling like summer, especially today. It was raining like crazy today. Not even that warm. It was like 73, 74 degrees. Now it's like a balmy 67 degrees. Nice, cool breeze outside. So if you want to go outside, go outside. Open up the windows. Let the air come in. Have a good night. It's hoodie weather right now. Tomorrow's going to be 70 degrees too, but it's going to rain a little bit. We'll then clear up by the evening. And then we're going to have a pretty damn decent weekend. Not going to get too hot. It's going to be about 82 by the weekend. I'm going to get back down to about 75 by early next week, which is the middle of September already. Oi. So by this time next month, it'll probably be hoodie weather, 50s, 60s, maybe a little bit of 70s, maybe an 80 here and there, but we'll see what happens with that. As we're counting down the days till Columbus Day and Halloween, which is about a month away. So there you go. I got football on Thursday. Should be great. And then officially on Sunday. Can't wait to watch my Niners destroy the Bears. The Bears. And all the other good stuff. Baseball is got about 3 weeks left. And those fucking Mets. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it. I knew they were going to choke in the second half. I just knew it. They're running so high. Big 10-game lead right around the All-Star break. Going into after the All-Star break. And then had that little bit of a losing streak and get all the way down to a half game. Then they went on a big run. They get it back to about 7. Then it went down to 3. Now, it is just about gone. At last check, the Braves were up 10-9 in the ninth inning with one out against the Oakland Athletics. So if Oakland has a miracle and wins 11-10, the Mets are still one game up, but it looks like the Mets and the Braves will be tied for the National League East with about 20 some out to play. And Mets just laid an egg tonight, 8-2. Taijuan Walker, once again, cannot pitch in the second half. I can't wait till they get rid of him and half their bullpen. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Mets play a doubleheader tomorrow, a split doubleheader. First game is at 12:35, Chris Bassitt on the mound, and then at 6:35, the Grominator pitches the second game. Hopefully the Mets can sweep that, at least be a half game up in the National League East, hopefully get first place back going into that weekend series against those pesky Miami Marlins. The Braves go to Seattle next. Doesn't get any harder for the Braves, but you know. And the Mets have an easy schedule, my ass. Not the best time to start choking. But they've choked in September before, 2006. But maybe 2007-ish, but 2006, 2007 too, but it is what it is. Well, we'll see what happens with the Mets losing to crappy teams they should really beat, like Washington and now Pittsburgh they can't even beat. It is what it is. I'm starting to kind of move away from the Mets and get into football mode. My Niners every freaking Sunday or Monday or Thursday. So I'm in football mode starting on Sunday. So I won't be talking about the Mets too much until probably the playoffs, if they even make it. But they probably will, because if they get the wild card, like the next team back of them is the Phillies, which are like 10 games back of the Braves for the second wild card, or the first wild card, I should say. So I don't have to worry about the Phillies, except if the Mets play the Phillies in the wild card round, which could happen. And Noah Syndergaard, you will pitch in that series, whether you like it or not, and we will destroy you. But the way the Mets are going, they'll probably get bounced out in the first round. That's what happens when you get red hot. It's basically almost a carbon copy of 2021, where the Mets were in first place all the way until middle of August, and then they played guess who? The Pirates. They shit the bed, and they try to come back near the end of the season, and then too late. But we'll see what happens with that. We got about 3 weeks left of the season, 20-some-odd games left. Anything can happen, but I think the Mets will get a playoff spot, but it just depends what seed they are. Second seed, fourth seed, fifth seed, who knows? And who they play. But right now, not doing so good. Not doing so good. And we don't even know if Max Scherzer is going to pitch on Friday, because his oblique is still hurting again. We don't need Mad Max to be out for the season. That would be really bad for the Mets going into the playoffs. They have really one pitcher. Really two if you count Bassitt, but Bassitt's all up and down. And we're going to rely on Walker, the way he's pitching that lately. Over 6 ERA in the second half. God cannot pitch in the second half. He cannot. And Carrasco just shit the bed on Sunday, coming back from injury, so it is what it is. And the bullpen just stinks up the joint. Except for Diaz, and that's it. But he's starting to show a little rust, but we'll see. Just the offense is horrible. Can't get anything going. Marte got hit in the hand. Now he's getting x-rays, so he's not playing tomorrow. At least he's not playing tomorrow. Probably both games he's not playing, so probably be playing in Miami. That sucks. That really, really, really sucks. But everybody else not even hitting. What happened? What the fuck happened to the Mets? That's what happens when you go into a slump. I mean, I mean, Big Pete Alonso, the polar bear, is going on to like a really big slump. Like he has like 4 hits in his last 60 at bats or something like that. What the hell? What happened? Did we just like say, oh, like late August comes again, like we're not gonna play anymore? I mean, we had a great series against the Dodgers, taking 2 or 3 from the Dodgers, and then the easy part of the schedule comes. We can't even beat the worst team in the fucking league. Can't beat Washington. We lost 2 or 3 to Washington, and now we lost the first of 3 against Pittsburgh. God forbid we get swept by Pittsburgh. And we got another 4 games against Pittsburgh next week in Citi Field. Coincide with the Brewers series. Oh. Again, it's like every August, September comes and then the Mets shit the bed. Every time. That's why when September comes, I'm ready for football. I don't care about if the Mets are up 30 games. It is what it is, and that's that. Speaking of the Yankees, those crappy Yankees, well, they didn't play today because it rained, so they were rained out. They played a double, I think they played I don't know if they play a split doubleheader. I think they play a traditional doubleheader tomorrow. If they even play, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So maybe they get one of those games in and then play a doubleheader on Thursday, which will be sunny, so they can play those 2 games, but I mean, we'll have to see. But as of right now, the Yankees, that big, humongous 14-game lead they had, has been shrunk to 4.5 games because Tampa Bay beat Boston tonight. So for all you Red Sox fans, too bad for you. Tampa Bay is just cruising right now. And guess who plays the Yankees this weekend? In that construction site known as Yankee Stadium. So 3 more big games for Tampa Bay to possibly come back on, depending on what happens tomorrow with the Yankees in that doubleheader. You know, the Twinkies can play spoilers, take the next 3, and Tampa Bay wins tomorrow. I don't think they play Thursday, so they can get 2 full games tomorrow, by Friday. So that Yankee lead, which was 4.5, could be 2 by Friday. And then by the end of the weekend, the Yankees might even be in first place, hopefully. But they'll still be in the playoffs, but the way they're going, they'll be like the Mets, out in the first round. Unless they don't wake up. I mean, Judgy Wudgy is just the only guy actually doing shit. 54 fucking steroid-using home runs. Because we all know the Yankees are steroid users. And Stanton came back off the injured list, and then was back on it. That was the worst pickup in the history of the Yankees, getting Giancarlo Stanton. Worst 10 years of that garbage. It was even like A-Rod or A-Royd. Stanton was a big time bust for the Yankees, big time. And if the Yankees don't re-sign Judgy Wudgy after the season, I think there's going to be an uproar, riot in the Bronx. I don't even want Judge, to be honest with you. I don't want Judge. Because then what do you do with Nimmo? And Nimmo's having a great season. I want to re-sign Nimmo. Especially after that catch on Wednesday. The catch part 2. Not the Endy Chavez one in 2006. That's legendary. The one that Nimmo had on Wednesday, not great, but still a big catch. Probably catch of the year for the Mets this year. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's it. So we'll see what happens with the Mets tomorrow. Doubleheader starting at 12:35. Then the second game at 6:30. Yankees got a traditional straight doubleheader, depending on the weather, of course. So see what happens with them. So the Mets and Yankees playing the doubleheader, playing 2. And that's it. Let me move on. All right, in the description box below, I'm a little bit tired, so I apologize for that. So I'm not in, my joyful self right now. So I'm tired. I had a long day. I was supposed to go to do things, and I couldn't do them because couldn't do them. But got a lot to do tomorrow. A lot to do. So want to get this done, get some sleepy sleep, and then get to what I got to do tomorrow. But anyway, in the description box below is my Raw review from earlier today. So check it out in the description box below on the Killer Demons 669 channel. And that's pretty much it. Alright, got my good buddy from the UK. Good morning, sir. Rally is in the chat. My good buddy. What's going on, mate? How you doing? He says, Pete, I caught you live. Hi. Oh. But how are you doing, sir? And that's pretty much it. Hope you're had a good Tuesday and you're having a good start to your Wednesday, because it's 6 o'clock in the morning in the UK. So good morning to you all in the UK, to you good people in the UK, to everybody else, fuck you. Go back to sleep. Something in my mouth, because I just had a little bit of late night dinner. My throat's killing me today. But it is what it is. And that's that. Alright, so big ups to everybody in the UK and everybody else. How you doing? That's it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, at 1:08 a.m. on this late Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, wherever you may be, on the Peter Gilmore channel, it is time right now for your late night NXT review for September the 6th, 2022 from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. Alright, so this is the aftermath show from this past Sunday's Worlds Collide event, which is basically NXT 2.0 meets NXT UK, the remnants of it. So it was the final day of NXT UK where all the NXT UK belts were unified. That's basically it. So no more NXT UK. I think most of the NXT UK roster, the ones that didn't get fired, are now probably going to be working with NXT for now until NXT NXT Europe begins in 2023. And guess what? New belts will be introduced. It makes no sense to get rid of a brand like NXT UK and make a new brand called NXT Europe and making new belts. Why? Makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. But it is what it is. So, I didn't even watch the freaking pay-per-view. I didn't even care about it, because I knew all the belts were going to change, mostly. And they did. Braun Breaker became the unified NXT World Heavyweight Champion by beating Tyler Bate. Mandy Rose beat Meiko Satomura and Blair Davenport, or Bea Priestley, to become the new unified Women's Champion. We had Carmelo Hayes in a good match, probably the match of the night, with Ricochet. Retained the North American title. We had the Yes Boys, Pretty Deadly, became the unified tag team champions. Shockingly. I didn't think they were going to win. I thought maybe the Creed Brothers will retain. But thanks to Damon Kemp turning on the Creed Brothers and turning heel, I guess he's joining up with Roddy now, cost the Creed Brothers the titles, and, Pretty Deadly just snuck in and, became the champs. And that's pretty sexy. But it is what it is. Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter retained the NXT Women's Tag Team belts as they beat Nikki Ashhole and Doudrop thanks to Toxic Attraction. What else? I think that's it. I think that was it for NXT Worlds Collide. I think there might have been more. Women's title, tag title. Yeah, I think that's it. I might be missing a match or two. Like I said, didn't care for the freaking pay-per-view because I was really watching Sunday night was All Out. And we still don't know what's going on. What happened? What? Wrestling Cat's been being really weird lately. I think something's wrong with the Wrestling Cat. I don't know what it is. Always wants to eat every 5 fucking seconds. It's a cat. What do you want to do? What happened, Wrestling Cat? What happened? What happened, Wrestling Cat? What happened? What happened? What happened, girl? Go lay down. Go lay down. Daddy's working. And it is what it is. So prayers to the Wrestling Cat. Anyway. So anyway, we're talking about All Out, and we had a lot to do today with CM Punk, the Bucks, Adam Page, Ace Steel, Tony Khan. It was a crazy day of news today. Still don't know what's going to happen with Punk and the Bucks. There's rumors that Punk's going to get fired. Punk's going to get suspended. Punk's going to get fined. The Bucks are going to get fined and suspended. Ace Steel is about to get fired. Adam Page may be leaving, and everybody else might be leaving the company, and they might walk out if nothing gets done here. Still don't know what's going to happen. We have to wait till tomorrow, I guess. There's nothing, unless something comes out late at night, and I don't know about it. But it's been crazy, you know, the stories coming out where the Bucks kicked down Punk's door because they wanted to talk to him about his little pipe bomb at the media scrum. Talk about Colt Cabana and then bad-mouthing Adam Page. Just making the company look like shit. But I still think it's a work. It's a humongous work. But you know, people are going online saying, what's going to happen to Punk? Is he going to drop the title? Or is he going to, like, Tony Khan strips him all the belt because of what happened? Does he fine him? Does he suspend him? Does he actually, fire the guy? And it makes MJF look bad right now. MJF's looking really bad right now. So AEW's in shambles right now. And Hunter's just sitting back like, I was right all along. I mean, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow, but this craziness. And Dynamite is going to be a must-see tomorrow night. We don't know what's even happening tomorrow. We're supposed to hear from MJF. I can only imagine what he's going to say. Get ready to record tomorrow, because he's going to drop a nuke tomorrow. Because he's MJF. He's better than you, and you know it. So, it's going to be epic tomorrow night. So, please, DVR. Set your DVRs tomorrow. Because we're going to talk about it all day tomorrow. And for the rest of this week. Crazy. It is crazy. And like I said, if Punk is working us, and Punk and the Bucks and Tony Khan are working us, this has to be the greatest work in the history of wrestling. But then again, we don't. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright. Enough about that. We'll talk about Punky Brewster tomorrow. Let's get to NXT. And your NXT review. So, like I said, this is the aftermath of Worlds Collide. So, we got new champions, a unified NXT, because NXT UK is gone. So, see what the future holds for the NXT 2.0 brand, because next week is the 1-year anniversary show of NXT 2.0. So, that's pretty exciting. But we'll move on from there. Alright, so we start the show off with a big, long-ass recap montage. Showing what happened at Worlds Collide, including Ricochet's epic match with Carmelo Hayes, the Yes Boys, Pretty Deadly, unifying the tag team belts, Mandy Rose unifying the NXT Women's Championship, and Braun Breaker beating Tyler Bate to unify the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. So we got that. And then we go inside. We are live from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And we begin the show with Jesus Christ! I mean, Tyler Bate. Sorry. He looks like Jesus. He came out looking like Jesus. I mean, seriously. He's like praying. He got a white shirt on, the long hair, the beard. I'm like, damn, it's Jesus. So, anyway, Tyler Bate, the former NXT UK champion, comes down to the ring, gets on the mic. And says, I wanted to thank all the fans, and then we get a thank you Tyler chant, for coming out on Sunday and who have backed the NXT UK brand since the beginning, a couple years ago. Also wants to thank Braun Breaker, who proved to the world on Sunday that he's Breaker by name and by nature. And as much as he would have loved to unify the belts, they created magic, I like that, and he's grateful to have shared the moment with everyone. And with that being said, his name will forever be in the books as the first and last NXT UK champion, and he hopes that he represented NXT UK to the best of his ability. Blah, 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 blah. Simple to the point. And then after that, we hear the music of Gallus, who come out with 2 security guards. For what reason, I don't know. They come out and basically tell Bate you should be apologizing to everyone back home, especially Scotland, by letting the UK down and then the NXT UK roster down. So Wolfgang, not Wolfgang Van Halen, by the way, big ups to him, had that Taylor Hawkins tribute show where Taylor Hawkins' son played My Hero with the Foo Fighters. Wolfgang Van Halen played a couple of Van Halen tunes, Half the Teacher, and I think they played Panama with The Darkness. Of all bands, he plays with The Darkness. Okay. Nothing wrong with The Darkness, but I'm not going to sing that song because it's too high and it's too late. But I do believe in a thing called love. Anyway, so Wolfgang says, you had one job, and you blew it. So Joe Coffey says that you should be standing there with the unified belt, but you're not. What happened to the big, strong boy, Tyler Bate? So Bate says, well, it didn't end up how I wanted it, but didn't end up good for you because you're not the unified tag team champions. What happened there? So Joe Coffey gets in the ring, says, remember who you're talking to. There's 3 of us and 1 of you. And then we get a big humongous brawl, 3-on-1 brawl. These 2 stupid security guards come in and try to break everything up. I'm like, okay, you come out with the guys. I'm like, okay, I thought that you're their security. And then you come out and you get beat up. And I'm like, what the fuck was the security guards out there for? Something we don't know. Anyway, so we get a humongous brawl, 3-on-1 brawl, and then Braun Breaker comes out to kind of even the odds. Runs over Wolfgang, lays out the Coffey brothers. And no, the names are not Maxwell. Anyway, Bates sends Joe to the outside after a straight right hand. And then Braun Breaker gets on the mic and says, Gallus has caused nothing but problems since they came into NXT. And tonight, since we had Worlds Collide, tonight we have Worlds Unify, as I put in the title below. So he challenges them to a tag team match, player. And Tyler Bates like, yeah, I'll team up with you. Why not? So we get a Teddy Long special in the main event. And that's it. So I gave that first segment 3 out of 5 stars. And we will move on from there. Chat was wide open if you want to chat. If not, get the fuck out and go to bed, asshole. But it is what it is. All right. After that, we get to a segment with the Yes Boys, my favorite tag team right now. Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince and Kip Wilson, the NXT Unified Tag Team Champions. They're backstage with the belts. They talk about which one is more beautiful. Okay. So Elton Prince says, we won the NXT UK Tag Team titles. Then we came over to America, won the NXT Tag Team titles. I think that on that third match or something like that. Then we unified them, beating 3 other teams. So we should be the greatest tag team of all time, right? Well, of now, not of all time. Can't say that yet. No, not yet. Kip says, yeah, pretty much. And then Lash Legend comes in. I mean, it's get done. Blah, 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 blah. So Lash Legend comes in, says that the performance was incredible. Wow, you're a legend of syllables, aren't you? Anyway, she says that they said Damon Kemp gave them the win, and Pretty Lady are kind of pissed off about that. They're like, we didn't do anything. And then they leave, and they ask Lash to frame the NXT UK belts. Okay. So that's it. So the Yes Boys were kind of pissed off that they paid off Damon Kemp to help them win the belts, which they didn't need help anyway. But it is what it is. And that's all I got to say about that. And we'll move on from there. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on. We'll see what happens with the Yes Boys. Coming up. Alright, then we go to a segment from after the pay-per-view on Sunday with the former NXT UK Women's Champion, Meiko Satomura. And she was talking to Roxy, and then she speaks from, she talks about being disappointed that she lost the NXT UK Championship to Mandy Rose. And then Cora Jade comes in, looking pretty nice, and starts mocking her, saying, you lost, I thought you were the final boss, blah, 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 blah. And Cora's like, it's like, you're on a losing streak, but you haven't faced, the generation of Jade. So, she challenges to a match. Mike goes like, I can't accept the match. And Jade's like, why? I thought you were the final boss. Are you scared? So Mike goes like, no, I have a match against a very respectful opponent. So Jade's like, who is it? So Michael says, Roxanne Perez. And Cole's like, fuck! So we get that. So we got Meiko Satomura against Roxy coming up a little bit later. And Jade is pissed. Somebody better call Bron Breakker, tell him his chick is on her period. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, get to our first match of the night. Women's tag team action. We have Nikki Ashhole and Doudrop still teaming together. Don't know why. They take on the beautiful former NXT tag team champions two times. Toxic Attraction of Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Ugh. Two hot, nice pieces of ash, if you know what I mean. And then we see a picture of Mandy at our house near the pool, buck naked with the belts, one belt around her booties, run around her hoo-ha. Trying to be Shawn Michaels. But it is what it is. And as always, Wade, bad news, Wade Barrett has to simp for Mandy Rose. Wade Barrett, you need to stop simping for Mandy Rose. You could practically be her father. Stop it. Stop simping. Stop it. But anyway, get to this match. Match was alright. Nothing right home about. It's also with Nikki and Gigi. Nikki pushes Gigi into the ropes and beats her up. Hits a clothesline. Then tags in Doudrop. who splashes onto her because she's fat. Son of a bitch, she's fucking fat. Anyway, splashes Gigi for a 2 count. Then she starts mocking Gigi, like, kiss my fat. Then she picks her up, tags in Nikki, slimes her down, so they're working on Nikki for a while. But eventually, Gigi pushes Nikki into her corner, tags in Jacy Jayne, rolls up Nikki for a 1 count. Then they start to beat up Nikki for a while with a big splash in the corner and a bulldog for a near fall. Nikki comes back with shots to the head and a kneeling crossface, but Jacy gets to her feet, gets dropped with a neck breaker. Nikki goes up top and gets shoved to the floor. Ow. Jacy goes out to the apron and a cannonball senton splash onto Nikki, which is very nice. Doudrop then goes chasing after them, and then Gigi kicks her right in the head. As we go to picture-in-picture, we come back. Nikki escapes a submission, but gets nailed by Gigi, thrown into the corner. So still working on working on Nikki for a little bit. Jacy goes for a senton splash, but missed as Nikki dodged out of the way. As both women are down, they crawl to their corners, get the tags to each other's partners. Doudrop comes in, Gigi with a super kick, but Doudrop isn't even fazed by it, and starts to go to town on Gigi like a house of fire. Jacy Jayne jumps on her back, but gets snap-made onto Gigi. Ow. Then we get a double senton, and a cover on Gigi for a near fall. Gigi then slides off Doudrop, but gets caught with a back suplex. Doudrop hits a big cannonball in the corner. Then she hits the Fidu bomb, goes for the cover, but Jacy Jayne breaks it up. Then she starts screaming at Doudrop. Nikki then throws her into the apron, then makes her face plant, fall down. Beats the crap out of her on the ring skirt, in the ring skirt, whatever it's called. Gigi goes up top for a crossbody, but gets caught and planted. And then Doudrop hits a splash crossbody off the ropes. 1, 2, 3. Surprisingly, Nikki Asshole and Doudrop get the win over Toxic Attraction. And we see Doudrop with a busted up nose, maybe a broken nose. Who knows? Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, so they get the win. Match was meh. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And there you go. So finally, Nikki Asshole and Doudrop get a win. Sadly, against Toxic Attraction, which sucks. And that's it. Alright, then we go to a segment with the good friend Apollo Crews, who's walking on like a pier or something near the water. And he's writing in his journal, talks about how he sees who he's dealing with in Grayson Waller. Oh, I did it. Grayson Waller. Oh, I did it. For Bob Saget. Big ups to Eric Lima and the Rant and Rave podcast this Thursday night on the Brandon Martin channel. Check it out, because I said so. Anyway, so Apollo goes on and says the first eye poke may have been accidental, but the second one was intentional. We were showing about last week's match. So Apollo says Grayson Waller tried to blind him, and all he can do is storm ahead. But when he looks ahead, it's too grainy to make out, and we see like the picture kind of blur. So Apollo says Grayson has blurred his vision, but he's not afraid of the unknown. Then he turns to the camera, and we see, I think one of his, I don't know if his left eye or his right eye. Is it this eye or that eye? But one of his eyes is bloodshot. Oof. So this feud continues on. So we'll see what happens with that. And I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we'll move on. Right. Went ahead of my notes. Didn't want to do that. Where are we here? Let's get back to where we are. Okay, we go. Alright, match number 3. Back to the Capitol Wrestling Center we go. J.D. McDonough, or Jordan Devlin, that creepy bastard, taking on the weed man himself, Wes Lee. Match was alright, nothing fancy. They trash talk to start, and then And then JD with a basic headlock. Goes into the ropes, runs Wesley over. A little basic wrestling to start. And then Wesley comes back with some basic arm drags. Back elbow to JD. Goes to the ropes for some flippity-dippity-doos. And then JD charges and gets to the apron. He grabs Wesley, slams his head down to the mat. Ow. Then he goes in for a forearm strike, and then a kick and a boot choke in the corner for a 4 count because he got 5. So JD goes to work on Wesley, goes into ropes, roll ducks, and then leapfrogs, monkey flip to JD, and a drop kick, which sends him to the floor. Then Wesley leaps over the top, lands on JD, then lands on his feet as we go to picture-in-picture. We come back. JD McDonagh back in control with a kneeling octopus hold. Inventive. Wesley gets out of that. Then he begins fighting back with fists, knees, and elbows. Starts beating the crap out of him on the ropes. Hits a leaping kick to chest. Ow. There's a more strikes kick to the back of the head. Then a double stomp to the back, which sends JD to the outside. Wesley then leaps through the ropes to drop kick JD across the announce table. Did I hit Vic Joseph? Yeah. But then something creepy happens, and Vic Joseph's like backing away, and Wade Barrett's on the other side. And then we see JD McDonagh smiling, and he's like, "Get over here." And he grabs Vic Joseph, and Vic Joseph screams like a little bitch. You're like, "Get him off me! Get him off me!" I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like JD McDonagh turned into Chucky or something. And Vic Joseph's like screaming like a little bitch. So Wesley takes JD down, covers for a near fall. Then Wesley picks him up, but he eats a jab to the chest. Knocks JD down, goes for a kick, but JD dodges it. JD goes for a powerbomb. Lee escapes, hits a big knee, but then JD nails him right in the face. Boom! Knocked the mic the fuck out. He picks up a basically almost defenseless Wesley, but Wesley somehow shakes that off, leaps over for a sunset flip for a near fall, but JD McDonagh comes right back with a big kick to face. Then he hits Devil Inside. Devil Inside. Every single one of us, the Devil Inside. Great song by NXS. Big ups to Michael Hutchinson. What a great man you are. It is what it is. So JD hits Devil Inside. 1, 2, 3 hits the pin in about 9.5 minutes. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we move on from there. Right, then we go to the back where we have some good old-fashioned Italian people. Get in here. Hey, my cousin. How you doing, my cousin? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Lorenzo. How you doing, Lorenzo? How you doing? Lights on. So, my cousin, Tony D'Angelo, will get you a nice, good plate of chicken parmesan for $2. So him and Stacks are in the back. They're sipping on cappuccino, or even though they said espresso, but it's cappuccino. And then the Yes Boys come in, and Tony D and Stacks congratulate them on their big win on Sunday. And then Tony's like, "Hey, what kind of how much money did you pay off Damon Kemp to get you those belts?" Blah blah. Before they asked of the Yes Boys that they want some espresso, some cappuccino, and Yes Boys like, "Well, we never tried that before, but we're the champs. Why not?" Blah blah. And then, like I said, Tony asked him how much did it cost to get Damon Kemp to attack the Creed brothers from behind and get you the belts. So once again, the Yes Boys are pretty much pissed off, and Kip Wilson almost chokes on his cappuccino. And basically, Elton Prince says, we have nothing else to say. And that's pretty much it. Then they walk off, and then Tony's like, "Told you." See, Tony's smart. Tony is smart, just like every other Italian person I know. Like me. Smart. But I digress. And we move on. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we found out next week we got an NXT 2.0 anniversary celebration for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0. So there you go. We'll see what happens next week. Alright, then we go back inside the arena for our 4th match of the night. Roxy, or Roxanne Perez, taking on the final boss, Meiko Satomura. Match is alright. Nothing to write home about. We have a code of honor to start. Nice. Then some counter wrestling to start. Leads to a trip and a front face lock by Meiko. Counter into a headlock by Roxy. So, a little bit of chain wrestling to start. Roxy gets sent into the ropes. Then they collide. Nobody goes down. We're gonna... If you played a lot of those WB 2K games, where they knock into each other, they go... Roxy then gets sent into the ropes, and again, another stalemate. They go down. But Meiko with a shot and a leaping shoulder tackle takes down Roxy. Then another takedown by the final boss. Then a knee to the jaw for a 1 count. And Meiko continues the pressure on Roxy, but Roxy escapes a armbar. Hits a beautiful arm drag, but Meiko with one of her own into a head scissors takeover. Roxy escapes, and then they have a nice little stare down, and the fans eating it up. It was pretty nice, and that's pretty much it. Long match, by the way. Roxy catches Meiko with a head scissors into a roller for a near fall. She locks in the head scissors into a jackknife pin for a near fall. Meiko then turns it into a submission hold. Roxy turns that into a crossface. Meiko. See, every video I'm allowed 1 botch, and there's your botch of the night. Meiko scrambles to the ropes and breaks the hold. Then she elbows her way out of it, just for good measure. Roxy then eats a few elbows, drops Meiko through the ropes, goes into the ropes, and dives onto Meiko. Then we see Cora Jade watching from the back, pissed off. Then she leaves. Guess where she's going? As we go to picture-in-picture. Then they continue fighting back and forth. Some European uppercuts by Meiko. Just an amazing match. You know, Roxy's like this tall, fighting basically a legend in Meiko Satomura. If you've ever seen her matches in NXT UK or in Japan, you need to look it up. Alright, so anyway, getting near the end of the match, get a charging European uppercut by Roxy in the corner. Goes for it again, and Meiko gets the foot up. She tries to take Roxy down. Roxy reverses into a near fall. Then a head scissors. Meiko escapes but eats a boot to face. Meiko goes off the ropes and a spinning heel kick. Then she goes up top. Roxy nails her, climbs up with her. Roxy with some elbows to the head, and then a good old-fashioned Scott Steiner-like Frankensteiner for a very near fall, 2.5, 2.99995. Roxy comes off the ropes, blocks a kick, but eats a Pele kick. Not like AJ Styles, but pretty good Pele kick. And then Meiko hits the Scorpion. Scorpio Rising. I thought it was Scorpion Rising. Either way, it's a cool fucking name for a finisher. 1, 2, 3, Meiko Satomura gets the win over a very game Roxy. Pretty good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. I just like how it said Scorpio Rising. Or Scorpion Rising. Scorpion Sub-Zero, the deadliest of enemies. There you go. Even though if you watch the new Mortal Kombat, Scorpion got his fucking butt kicked by Sub-Zero. Oops, did I spoil the movie for you? Sorry. But you knew that was going to happen anyway. But I digress. Alright, so anyway, Meiko Satomura gets the win. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then after the match, we get another code of honor, which is great. Then they bow. Bow to me, faith. Okay. Anyway, they bow. Michael goes to leave, and then Cora Jade slides in from behind with her stick, not that kind of stick, and smacks Cora Jade in the back with it. And then Michael slides in, and Cora Jade leaves like a little bitch. And that's it. So probably gonna see Cora Jade versus Michael Satomura maybe next week. See what happens with that. And we'll move on from there. So Cora Jade with the heinous act at the end of the match. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the locker room where we have the NXT Unified Champion, Braun Breaker, and Tyler Bate preparing for their match against Gallus in the main event. Tyler Bate thanks Braun for the help. Braun says, anytime. He says Tyler is an NXT man. I don't know what he said, but and he basically said we're gonna kick Gallus' ass. There you go. And we'll move on from there. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video from Mr. Damon Kemp, the man who turned on Diamond Mine and helped the Yes Boys win the NXT Unified Tag Team titles. So he talks in the video how the whole world was talking about him. Really? But that's not how it started in NXT. Then we're reminded of Kemp's credentials, former Pan American champion, shit like that. Nobody cares. Kemp says that the Creeds became dominant tag team champions while he basically got no thanks for it. And that's pretty much it for that. Where was I? I lost my spot. Damn it. So basically it's like, well, thanks for nothing because I did all the work. Blah blah. He says Roddy didn't put him in the singles ranks, and he says winning is in his DNA. Then he says he made Brutus look like a punk in college. Wow. And Julius was jealous of him. Then he says that he saw the Roddy. He saw his that. He says he saw the Roddy and Julius beat from far away, and he decided to take Diamond Mine down from within. He says when he attacked Roddy in the parking lot earlier in the pay-per-view, beginning of the pay-per-view, no one thought it was him, and he gave the Creeds one more chance to extend their hand, but they shut him down. That was why they lost the belts. Then he says the chair shot signaled the end of Diamond Mine, and says it's not Diamond Mine forever, it's Damon Kemp forever. Interesting. So it looks like I think Roddy and Damon are gonna team up against the Creed brothers to start their feud. I guess I don't know, but another faction goes bye. Now where does Ivy Nile go from here? I guess teaming up with Tatum Paxley still. Nobody cares. And that's pretty much it. So I gave Damon Kemp's promo 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright. I forgot to look at the chat, but Will Rowley's back. He says, Roxy is really good, Roxanne Perez. Yes, she is. 20-year-old, I think she's 20 or 21-year-old Roxanne Perez, otherwise known as Roxy, former Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Beating a lot of good competitors in that Ring of Honor Women's Tournament. I think that happened in 2000... When did that happen? 2021, I believe. I think it was 2021. She beat Mandy Rose. Another botch. Mandy Leon of the Allure. She also beat Angelina Love. And then she beat Miranda Alizé in the finals. So she beat 3 good competitors to win that title. And then she lost the title to Deonna Purrazzo, who then lost the belt to Mercedes Martinez. There you go. But good matches in that tournament for Roxy, and a good match with her and Deonna Purrazzo at Final Battle. But it is what it is. But now Roxy's in NXT, which we all knew she was going to go. I was hoping AEW, but she's had some pretty decent matches from former NXT Tag Team Champion with Cora Jade before she turned on her the week after they won the belts, which made no sense at all. Now she's in a feud with her best friend. Let's see where that goes. And that's pretty much it. Sorry, I got an itch in my foot. Alright, so we get that. Let me move on from there. So 3 out of 5 stars for the Damon Kemp promo. Alright, after that, we go to Creepy Joe Gacy and Schism. Or Joe Gacy and Schism with the dyad, the grizzled young veterans of Jagger Lee and Fowler or whatever. I keep forgetting their names. Anyway, the dyad tell us that the Schism is great, and that's it. Like, oh, we're great. Okay. Then Kiana James, the accountant, or otherwise, as I like to call her, Ms. Tessmacher 2.0. Or Tracy Brooks 2.0. Remember when Tracy Brooks used to do that gimmick with, when she was Ms. Brooks with good friend Bobby Roode? Whatever happened to Bobby Roode? Did they forget about him again? I don't know what happened to Bobby Roode. I really don't know. He comes back, he gets into a thing with Omos and MVP, and then we don't see him again. So I don't know if he got injured, or they just got nothing for him, or they're gonna repackage him. I don't know. But I miss saying Bobby Roode. One of Rose's favorite wrestlers. And it is what it is. So, I don't know what happened to Bobby. If anybody knows, let me know. That's it. So, anyway, so Kiana James comes in, looking hot, as always, is offered a button. Oh, push the button. Anyway, she takes the button, talks the dyad up a little bit. Then she walks off and has the assistant throw it away. Who's the assistant? We don't even know who the assistant is. She hot too? Who knows? Then she starts yelling at someone over the phone. Then we go to Ariana Grace, who's on her phone. That's Santino Marella's daughter, by the way. Kiana James says she is just what she's looking for. And then they have a mutual agreement that they have a problem with Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. Then they say, hey, we should train sometime. So they're gonna do some training, and I guess next week we're gonna get a tag team match between Ariana Grace and Kiana James against Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. Well, Nikita, because she has those legs of. That's pretty much it. So there you go. So I gave that segment I can't talk. 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's late, so I can't talk. And that's all I gotta say about that. So then we'll see what happens with those 4 lovely ladies. And that's pretty much it. Alright, before we get to our next match, let's go back to the chat for a little bit. Will Rally says, Cora Jade doesn't look like a wrestler. If walking down the street, you wouldn't know she's a wrestler. She's hot though. Woo! Well, yeah, if Braun Breaker's going out with her. Braun Breaker looks like her dad. And Braun Breaker's like, I think, near his 30s, I think. I don't know how old he is actually, but he's got that Steiner blood in him. And he kind of talks like Scott Steiner if you think about it. I wonder if their first date they were talking about Steiner math. When they were talking over the check and everything. It's like, my 33% combined with your 33% combined with my 34%. We'll go to the check. And then 125% chance of me scoring with you. Cora's like, what?
I don't understand. Can you go over that again?
If you don't know Steiner math by now, then you have a problem. Good old Steiner math. That's probably the greatest segment of Scott Steiner's career. Besides that, and from Dunkin' Donuts. This goes out to all you pieces of trash. But it is what it is. But yeah, Corey Jade's she for a girl that's 21 and was trained by I believe Booker T. I know Roxy was not a bad wrestler, but you see her down the street, she looks like a skater girl. She was a skater girl. Say see you later, girl. I'll be backstage after the show. Stuff like that. But yeah, you wouldn't think she's a wrestler. She might be a wrestler. She doesn't look like a wrestler. She doesn't act like a wrestler, but she is a wrestler. Like my good friend Roger Mendez. Well, not me, my good friend Roger Mendez from WOW. He looks like a wrestler. He fights like a wrestler because he is a wrestler. He's also an asshole. Don't tell him I said that though. But I digress. Anyway, so we get that, and we move on. All right, Bobby Roode. Oh yeah, remember him? Bit like Commander Aziz. He on NXT somewhere. I think he sat in catering a lot. Oh, you mean Commander Aziz? Yeah, probably. What happened to him? Like he was he comes to NXT. He was at a house show. And it was supposed to be Corey Jade's bodyguard, and then forgot about him. What happened? Did he get hurt again? I don't know. So him and Bobby Roode are on the Where Are You club. Well, maybe they're sitting in catering, talking about how good the steak is. I don't know. They're in Titus Catering, talking about that steak and eggs, or steak and potatoes, or whatever the hell they're eating. Titus makes that big juicy steak in catering, and Dana Brooke makes those cookies with Tamina. Just stands there like, cookie, good. But it is what it is. But yeah, we'll move on from there. Is that her name, Ariana Grace, Santino's daughter? Glad she's getting a chance at NXT. Not much, but But damn, Santino, you make some good babies, huh? Ariana Grace. There you go. Now teaming up with another hot piece of ace, Kiana James. She's doing good, and you're basically jobbing a lot, though, but what are you gonna do? You gotta start off slow, and then you get up to the top. But hopefully, Ariana Grace has a decent NXT career, but we'll see. And we move on from there. 1 second. Too much beer tonight, goddamn. I'm tired. Anyway, Braun Breaker with Corey Jade, didn't know that. Well, he should have known that by now. He sounds exactly the same as Scott Steiner. Yeah, he does. He does. But him going out with Corey Jade, lucky him. Lucky him. That's all I can say about that. Even though, like I said, if you look at Braun Breaker, it looks like Corey Jade's uncle or her dad. I guess Braun likes those girls young. Glad she's not 17. Reminds me of that song. She's only 17, but she's 33. Good winger. Back in the 80s. Gotta love your 80s. You never heard the band Winger? Go listen to Winger. It's a good band. Good band. They're still around. The original, well, not the, I think, Kip Winger's still in the band, obviously, because he made the band. The guitarist, what's his name? Red Beach, I think his name is. Nice name. Is still in the band. It's the original guitarist. I think the drummer is still there. But I think the other guitarist slash piano player or keyboard player, I don't think he's in the band anymore. That sucks. But yeah, Winger had a ton of hits back in the 80s. 17, Headed for a Heartbreak, Miles Away in the second album. What else do they have? I'm thinking of the songs. God damn. I know Easy Come, Easy Go off the first album. They've got some good hits. They were a good band back in the 80s during the glam metal era. / hard rock era, but I think after the second album, which was called Miles Away, they went miles away. They never came back. And Kip Wilson was like every girl's freaking wet dream because he had long hair, body, and everything. He was on Playboy magazine, not Playboy, Playgirl magazine, I should say. All the girls wanted to fuck him. But you have to be over 17. That's why he made. I think that's why he made the song called 17. I think. I don't know. I don't know the origin of that song. But like the lyric says, she's only 17. Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me. Yeah, you're 30-something or 40-something going out with a 17-year-old girl. That's pedophilia. Back in the 80s. Maybe that song was about pedophilia. I don't know. Go ask Kip Winger that one. Don't ask me, because I'm a freaking metal god. I'm a former college DJ. I know everything about music because I work in music. So I don't know the origin of that song. I don't know. I'll look it up, but it could be about pedophilia. It could be just about 17-year-old girls. I don't know. Weird. Those were good times back in the 80s. Good times. I miss the 80s. I love the 80s. Probably my favorite decade of great music. Oof. I mean, you had bands like Duran Duran, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, Pink Floyd. The new Pink Floyd after David Gilmour took over the name and the band and made it great. Who else? Ozzy was coming. Ozzy's solo career started in '82 with Randy Rhoads, a great fucking man. Ronnie James Dio, and Dio. Reba the Doc. That guy. Motorhead. Let me tune my stew, rock out with your coke out. Good stuff. U2. I can go on. Meatloaf. So many great bands of the 80s metal coming around. Judas Priest, Metallica. And then the late 80s with Pantera, Van Halen, of course. You can't forget Van Halen. Def Leppard, Foreigner. Now, speaking of Foreigner, my girlfriend was singing Foreigner. That's a good band. That's a good band. I love Foreigner. I love Foreigner. Not the new version of Foreigner, but the old version, the 80s version of Foreigner. Good songs. Good songs by Foreigner. Waiting for a Girl Like You, Jukebox Hero, and my ever-popular favorite, Dirty White Boy. No, that's not my favorite, but my favorite is, besides Urgent, off their fourth album, the ever-popular, I Want to Know What Love Is. That's a great song. But the lead singer got throat problems and to leave the band. I think he died too. And now they have a new singer who kind of sings like the old singer. They're still around. Foreigner's still around doing various random nostalgia shows. I would love to see Foreigner again, just for nostalgia purposes. But Foreigner's a great band. But like I said, the 80s were great. Great music in the 80s. Dance music. I grew up on dance music originally, with Donna Summer and the 80s freestyle stuff, with TKA and Judy Torres. She's still crying. There's no reason to cry, Judy Torres. Stop crying! But yeah, the freestyle 80s, the dance, Madonna, Debbie Gibson, New Kids on the Block, Tiffany, I think we're alone now. I like the original version of I think we're alone now by Tiffany, and then she redid it a remix version. That sounds much better because it's like I think it was she made it 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Good stuff. But yeah, New Kids on the Block, which led into NSYNC, the boy band era, with the Backseat Boys and 98 Degrees and all that shit in the 90s. Dude. It was alright, and then rap came around, then new metal came around with Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, Nickelback. By the way, Nickelback's got a new song coming out tomorrow. I think it's a new song or it's a new album. What else is new? So if you like Nickelback, like I do, go buy that new album. And buy the last album, Feed the Machine. And you said Nickelback sucks. To each their own. I love Nickelback. They're good stuff. Good stuff. I didn't like the last album that much. Feed the Machine wasn't that great to me. But their earlier stuff, good shit. Especially their first album, Leader of Men. That's a good album. Then their actual album, which came on my old record label, Roadrunner, Silver Side Up, with How You Remind Me and Too Bad, and so many good songs on that album. And then the albums after that, one of my favorite songs is Saving Me. If you ever saw that video, it's the video with the countdown clock over your head. A good song. Love that song. But, they have other good songs, the Raw theme, what's the name of that song? Burn It to the Ground. Good stuff. But the 80s were an epic time. An epic fucking decade. And some of the 80s bands are still around, like Poison. Rat still around, even though there's like two versions of Rat, but Queensryche, there's two. Why is there two versions of Queensryche? I like the Jeff Tate version of Queensryche, not the I forgot the other guy's name. I can't stand that version. They have a new album out, but I don't like it. The thrash metal scene with Metallica, Exodus, Testament, Anthrax. Speaking of that, Testament is going to be in New York City this month. Not this month. I think it's this month or next month. I think it's Testament, Exodus. Damn it, it's in New York City too, and I'm not going to be able to go to it because I think I'm busy that month. Damn. I think it's Testament, Merciful Fate, which is King Diamond's old band. And Testament, Exodus, and Merciful Fate in New York City. Oh! Damn! I'm missing out on great 80s bands I'm missing out on it. I missed out on Zakk Wylde last week. Was it last week? Well, 2 weeks ago. Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society, Anthrax on their 40th anniversary tour, and Hatebreed. Missed that concert. Fuck. But, had bills to pay. Couldn't go. I got Lamb of God and Killswitch Engaged on Friday night. Can't go to that either. I'd love to, but that show starts at 5 o'clock. And there's like a lot of bands on that show too. It's not just Lamb of God on their Omens tour, the new album called Omens, which is out now. Go buy it. It's not Lamb of God and Killswitch. It's Lamb of God, Killswitch, and Friends. That's why it's starting at 5 o'clock. Of course, Killswitch ain't going on until about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And then Lamb of God's going to finish the show. And then Seven Dust is going to be in New York City September the 15th on their, doing their great album Animosity in full. It's great. Butcher Baby is going to be in New York City as well. But it's a lot of money if you want to go see all those concerts this fall. To combine with other things going on. The Raw's going to be at the Barclays Center or MSG October the what is that? October the 10th, I believe. Yeah, October the 10th for Raw. Damn. Not that I want to go to Raw, but still. I mean, there's so many concerts I want to go to, and I can't go. Maybe later this at the end of the year, maybe I'll go. Hopefully try to go see a concert, but we'll see. We'll see. Depends if I have the time and the money, of course. Hopefully, in this moment, we'll be coming around the New York City area, because every time In This Moment goes on tour, New York City gets shafted, or they go somewhere else that I can't go to. Like, they'll be in New York, but it's like upstate New York. Like Syracuse or the Buffalo area. I'm not going to Buffalo. That's a long ride. But still, hopefully by the end of the year, or maybe early 2023, I'll go see In This Moment again. Maybe New Year's Day might come around. They're on tour now. They're going on tour with Lizzie Hale and Hailstorm. That's pretty damn good. But it is what it is. All right, we're talking about too much fucking metal. It's not a metal show. This is a wrestling show. But it's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, thanks for reminiscing about the 80s there, dude. But we'll move on. All right, let's go back a little bit. Where are we? Okay. Talk about Corey Jade. She's skinny, no muscles. I met Corey Jade like Rio looks really small. Hey, leave Rio alone, please. That's my good buddy Nick Infante's chick. Big ups to Nick, by the way. Just hanging out. Nick watches. He's doing his own thing right now, you know. But the prophecy is back at full strength. And we're coming back with a vengeance this fall and winter. Just want to point that out. But, you know, leave Rio alone. Don't talk about Rio, because you'll make my friend Nick really mad. Don't want him telling you said that. Don't call her small. She's a nice lady. He's in NXT, but doing nothing, Commander Aziz, yeah? Sitting down and catering. Always hurt. Or he's just waiting for his release. I don't know. Anyway. Not heard of the band Winger. Go look them up. That's what Google is for. That's what YouTube is for. Right? You want to get in the Winger there, Will Rally. After this video, whenever you get time, type in heading. I think it's heading. Okay, type in 17, but don't put 17. Type in the actual letters 17. But 17 went by Winger and the video. It's just an amazing video. And then you'll probably see all the videos on their like page somewhere. Like Headed for a Heartbreak, Miles Away, Easy Come, Easy Go. What else? Did I miss a song? There's a few other good songs that are around but I never heard of yet. But those are the four main songs you gotta listen to. But Winger is a great band. Was. Let's just say was. They were a good band. Anyway. You know loads about music bands, Pete. Good stuff. Well, thank you. That's why it pays to be a metal god. And nobody on this fucking website and nobody in the world can debate me in music. Because I know so much. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. That's why I was a former college DJ for a long time. A very long time. 94 to 98. And then from 2004 to 2010. In two different college radio stations, by the way. And then I actually, I interned and then I eventually worked for a record label. Living the dream. Living the dream. I discovered a few bands like Dirty Mother Nation and another band I don't want to say the name right now, but because they're good friends of mine. in this moment, I really didn't discover in this moment. In this moment, discovered me. That's why I'm good friends with them since 2005. Remember good old MySpace? MySpace, Kenny! MySpace, are you kidding me? MySpace! That's where all the bands came. Most of the bands that you might know of came from. Especially in this moment. I didn't know who the fuck they were until 2005. When they sent me a MySpace request. I'm like, who the hell is this? In this moment, okay, let's check this band out. You know, great freaking front page. And then the first song that I heard was Prayers. And then I heard this woman scream. I'm like, holy crap, who the hell is this? I didn't know anything about them. I had to look them up on Google, because you know I Google everything. And this banshee of a woman screaming her freaking lungs out. So I had to listen to the other songs that are on the MySpace page, like Daddy's Fallen Angel, my favorite song in the whole wide world. That's my anthem, basically. That's my actual theme song. If I was to wrestle, that would come out the Daddy's Fallen Angel. But that's how you know, I got into In This Moment. Friend requested them. Started playing them on my college radio show. The first ever person in New York City to play them. And then I met them at when they, even before they signed a record, before Beautiful Tragedy came out in 2007. They played a show at BB King's, which I don't even know is there anymore. Met the band and said, hey, how's it going? Want to play some Isley Brothers tunes? No. So, met them, and then the rest is history. I don't even need to talk about it anymore. I've been a fan of In This Moment for a long time. A long time. 17 years with that great band. Grammy nominated, by the way. Gold record for Blood. They just came out. They're about to come out with their EP, Blood 1983. It comes out October the 21st. New single, Horror 1983, is out now on Spotify on the actual the audio video. Not the video, but the audio video of Horror 1983 is out now on their YouTube page. Go check it out. Doing pretty damn good. I haven't checked the analytics for that video. I think it was getting around a few 100,000 views already. But yeah, like I said, coming out the new EP, not the album. The new album not coming out till next year, I guess. Who knows when that's coming out? But Blood 1983, October the 21st. You can buy it on their website, on their merchandise store with a shirt. That's separately. You have to buy both of them separately. But the EP is $10, or you can just download it for free on Spotify. Yeah, check it out. It's good stuff. Good stuff. It's not like back in the day when they were like cookie stuff from the Beautiful Tragedy days. They evolved, and you know, some people like it, some people don't. I personally, you know, I'm not a big fan of the synthesizer stuff that Maria and the band are kind of doing now. I like the the old school stuff, and I really want them to go back to the old school stuff, but that's not up to me, that's up to them. I mean, it's okay, but yeah, but the old school fans are kind of going, bye bye. We don't want to listen to this anymore. We don't want to listen to the synthesizer stuff. We want to hear the old school stuff. We want to hear, Prayers. We want to hear, Beautiful Tragedy days. We want to hear banging guitars and amazing riffs. We don't want to hear synthesizers. Nothing wrong with synthesizers, but I just can't get into it. I'm like, what is this, Depeche Mode? But I'm still a fan, but I'm not a big fan of the last. Well, I like the last album. Mother was pretty decent, not great, but pretty good. But this EP, I listened to the whole thing. Not bad, not bad. It is what it is. Uh, but yeah, I know a lot about metal. I know a lot about music. I'm just a metal god. It says so on my necklace. I don't have it right now. I don't even know what it is. Somebody actually made me a necklace which has the old school In This Moment logo, and it says my name. Well, it doesn't say my name. It says PG Metal God on it. Custom made. I only had to pay for shipping and handling. This guy doesn't do it no more, though. So I got a one-of-a-kind thing. I'll show it off if I find it. I'll show it off on a video, so you can all look at it and be jealous. Well, you think I made the channel called Metal God 669? Because I'm a metal god. God damn it! Up the irons, raise the horns. Because if it ain't metal, it's crap. If you listen to Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber ain't touring anymore. You know why? Because he's sick. He's got some health issues. That's why he canceled his entire world tour. Sucks to be you, dude. Because he has some he has some problem with his face. I don't know what's up with Justin Bieber. I mean, it sucks, you know. I don't mean wish bad things on him, but his music just sucks. He's the Antichrist. Next to another bitch, Celine Dion. Those are the Antichrists of music. Ugh, I can't stand them. Like I said, if it ain't metal, it's crap. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's finish this off. Cause it's 2:18. I want to go to bed. 80s, 90s cool bands. U2 were awesome. Oh yeah, I love U2. I mean, if you have a name like The Edge, you're set. Like, what's your name, sir? The Edge. Oh, you're in. What do you play? Guitar. What's your name? The Edge. You're in. It's like when Axl Rose met Slash. What's your name? Slash. You're in. Oh, I don't have to audition. Okay. Could have been worse, you know. Remember when Guns N' Roses were gone for a while, and then they came back with Buckethead? That's a weird name for a guitarist. Buckethead. He came wearing a freaking Kentucky Fried Chicken thing on his head. Good guitarist though, man. Great album too. But Buckethead, that could have been worse. Buckethead. I mean, why can't we have good names for guitarists like Chris Howarth or Randy Whitesell or somebody like that? Or Eddie Van Halen. Or Wolfgang Van Halen. But then they're just guitars that are just out there. They're just madmen on the guitar, like Steve Vai or Joe Satriani. The guys space. They play guitar. It's all instrumental. They're not playing stuff it's from outer space. I mean, especially Steve Vai. I mean, go look up Steve Vai. That guy's amazing. He plays different style guitars. He plays a regular guitar. Then he plays a double neck guitar. Then he plays a triple neck guitar. Then he came out with a new guitar that looks like I don't know what it is. It's like a bass with a guitar on it. Like a triple neck guitar with a bass in it. I mean, go look it up. Go look up Steve Vai triple neck guitar, 2021, 2022. It is just weird looking. I want it though. But that thing costs an arm and a leg. Not even an arm. 2 arms on a leg. Or 2 legs. Your whole body. Get that type of I can't even talk. That type of guitar. But Steve Vai is amazing. used to be in David Lee Roth's band back in the early '80s with on David Lee Roth's solo album. If you've never heard the song Yankee Rose or what's that song? Just Like Paradise from his solo album, Crazy from the Heat. Good stuff. He is amazing on that album. And then guess what band he went into next? Whitesnake. Whitesnake. With Fool for Your Lovin'. That's a great song. Great freaking riff. Man, he joined Whitesnake. They made it even better than when they originally came. Oh, not originally, but when they came out with Still the Night and and no, not the fuck. Here I Go Again and Is This Love of the 1987 album. Steve Vai wasn't there. He came later because the next album, I think it was 88, 89. Good stuff. But Whitesnake is great. David Coverdale sings his ass off. I guess who he was married to? Tawny Kitaen. Can't beat that. You remember that video for Here I Go Again? When Tawny Kitaen's like basically half naked, jumping over freaking jaguars? Practically having sex with David Coverdale on that video? In the back of that car? Sadly, I think Tawny Kitaen has passed away. I think so, because I did a video about her. Yeah, I think she has passed away, sadly. But she was hot back in the 80s. But Whitesnake's a good band, still around. David Coverdale's not a spring chicken anymore, but he can still sing his ass off. But U2's a great band, too. I love U2, the early U2 days. I'm not a big fan of the new stuff. Mysterious Ways and New Year's Day and some other great songs, Vertigo and some good shit. I love U2. But if you got if you have a name like The Edge, The Edge. I don't even think that's his real name. His real name is probably like Joe or something like that. I don't know. The Edge. But U2's a great band. Anyway, there was a lot of cool bands. Now you mention it, you're damn right there were. A lot back in the 80s. Good shit. If you don't like the 80s, well, fuck you. It is what it is. Where are we? Damn, we got a lot of comments. Well, I'm gonna get to it. Donna Summer, wow, flashback. Remember her? I remember her. Yeah, we do too. The original semi-disco queen. She works hard for the money. Gotcha. She was great back in the 80s. She was good. She was great. Then she sadly passed away a long time ago. But you go to the club, that song comes on, I'm like, yeah. Or Hot Stuff comes on. Good stuff. I miss Donna Summer. Well, we all do. Anyway. Okay, Ice Cube. Ice Cube was great back in, with NWA. Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucking name Ice Cube. And then his solo career. Good stuff. Today was a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. Today was a good day. That's some good stuff. I love Ice Cube. Natural Born Killers with Dr. Drizzy. That's New Jack's theme, right, Jerome? What'd you say, motherfucker? Go away. Jerome away from me. A crazy bastard. He is a crazy bastard. I forgot to mention that him, and Mike. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, him, and Mike had a trios tag team match against some loser ass trolls, and we won. Of course, we won. Right, Mike? You put that schmuck to a table, right? Oh yeah, that guy was a schmuck. I put him to a flaming table, and he was like disintegrated. Man, I'm awesome. Yeah, you were awesome. You did a good job. Oh yeah, by the way, here's your paycheck, Mike. Oh, thanks. I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna go buy some drugs. Don't buy drugs, Mike. You know, go to the Palace of Wisdom, you know, with Prince Idol, you know, cash your check at the Bank of Wisdom. Okay? Go have fun. Oh, by the way, tell Matilda the Haunted said hi. Okay, I gotta go. Bye! Okay. That's it. But yeah, we had a great tag team match. Me, Mike, and Jerome beat the fuck out of those trolls. We might team up again for Halloween Havoc. I don't know. Maybe. This Halloween, you better watch out, trolls. I'm just saying. Halloween Havoc in a Chamber of Horrors match. Remember that shit? I hate that match. That match was so bad. The Chamber of Horrors match. That was bad, WCW. It was like two teams, and then the object was to get the guy in the electric chair and then pull the switch and to win the match, and the guy was like electrocuted. Remember that when Cactus Jack turned on Abdul the Butcher, put him in the electric chair, and I think Sting or the Steiner Brothers pulled the switch, and then you see Abdul the Butcher's like explode, like it's like, and then you see like freaking pyro go off his freaking head, and like his body just like turned to mush. That match sucked. Never again will I ever have that match. If they do, please, I don't want to see it. I mean, I was watching some stuff on Instagram with some like Japanese wrestling. Onita. Ugh. The new stuff with Onita. He was in a match with some Japanese guy, and it wasn't like a barbed wire match. I think it was like a regular hardcore match. And the guy hits the button, the siren goes off. Because I think they hit the siren, maybe like something comes out or something like that. Maybe the ring explodes. But anyway, this guy takes a bat. Look, they had like Christmas lights on it. And he's like this, and Onita's like just standing there like a douche. And he knows he's gonna get hit. And the guy goes, ah! And then the bat explodes, and then Onita explodes with it. And he just stands there, and then the guy pins him, and then you see Onita go like this. My arm! And I think he lost the match. That sucks to be you, Onita. But those bastards in Japan are fucking crazy. Then there was another one that was almost not the same match, but there's another one where the guy hits some button in the corner and the siren goes off, and then I think he hit him with some type of explosion or something like that. That's Onita's FMW, by the way. FMWE, I think it's called. Onita's like, what, 80 years old and he's still doing all that shit? I mean, stop! Stop with the explosions, you're gonna die. The same thing goes for Matt Tremont, who did that shit back. Remember, he had the first match with Onita, then he had the second match, which was at a baseball field. It was like exploding barbed wire match, and freaking, I think Onita won the match, and freaking Onita hit Tremont, and he fell to the floor into like a bed of barbed wire explosives. It just like fell, and then like the explosion went. I thought freaking Matt Tremont was dead because like explosives kept going off. Like a big explosion, like a big humongous pyro fire explosion went off. And then you see Tremont just stand there. Like stay there, and he's like all the explosives going off. I'm like, what the hell? I don't need to even take that many bumps because we can't. It's like 90. Fuck. But anyway, let's get back to that. Ice Cube was great. You know, I'm going back and forth with music and wrestling. Yeah, Ice Cube was great. Anyway, what? Nickelback is still around? Yeah. Chad Kroeger was married to my favorite singer, Avril Lavigne. She's so gorgeous. Holy crap. Yeah, and then they got divorced. Avril Lavigne used to go out with the lead singer of Sum 41. That guy? Remember that band? Sum 41 used to be a good band, but I don't know. They're still around, but not as great as when they first came out. With In Too Deep and what's that song they had? I forgot that first single. I forgot the name of it. I want to waste my time with a casualty of a flight. I forgot the name of the song, but Sum 41 used to be good. And Avril Lavigne used to go out. I think she went out with the guy. I think she was married to the guy for a little bit. And somehow her and Chad Kroeger got involved, and then Chad Kroeger is like basically her dad. They got married. And then they got divorced. Now Avril Lavigne's probably the hottest chick on the block right now. But yeah, Avril Lavigne, the skater girl. Or skater boy. He was a skater boy, see you later, boy. By the way, why do you have to make things so damn complicated? Avril Lavigne's a good... I like Avril Lavigne. Not my cup of tea, but, there's a couple good songs I like. Besides Skater Boy and Complicated. Or The Ever Popular I'm With You. But now she's back to her pop stuff. Remember that there's a song she has like, hey, you, I want to be your boyfriend or something like that? Then she has, what's the new song she has out? It says, I don't care, you can bite me or something like that. I forget what it was. I don't listen to Avril Lavigne, so. But if you, good for you. Good for you. Alright. Anyway, but yeah, she used to date Chad Kroeger. Now Chad Kroeger's probably dating somebody else. Sucks to be him. 40 years old, looks like a 25-year-old. Have you seen her? Yeah, I've seen her. She looks damn good now. I can't believe she's 40. I remember when she first came out with Complicated. She was like little teeny bopper, like 20 years old. Now she's 40. Shows my age. God damn. But I digress. Where are we here? Last comment talking about Avril Lavigne, Canada's finest. Yeah, at least something good came out of Canada besides Mike Myers. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Party on, Wayne, party on, guys. Okay. Anyway, and Trish Stratus. Can't forget Trish Stratus. Can't forget that. Anyway. Okay, I will do 17 Winter. Thanks, new music. Cool, thanks. You're welcome. Not new music, but to you it's new. To me it's old. But it is what it is. Anyway. But you're welcome. I wish I could play guitar really good. Nope, don't say anything, Pete. I'm trying. I'm not saying anything bad. Why would I say anything bad about your guitar playing? You keep practicing, you'll get there. You play that electric twanger. Well, in your case, the acoustic guitar. Can't call it an acoustic twanger. Because when you get to that level, you practice for a while. You get yourself an electric guitar. Then you can call yourself an electric. It's like, hey, I play the electric twanger. Didn't take me that long to get a electric guitar. It took me 1 year to get an electric guitar. It took me 6 months to learn the acoustic. Then I bought my first guitar, which I still have. my white Fender Squier Stratocaster, which I barely play nowadays. Just in the closet, broken strings and all. I would love to play it again, but I just don't have the time. And I have to get my amp, which is in my old room at my parents' house. I have to go get it, and I don't even know where I'm gonna put it. If I ever do bring my amp and I feel like playing some Isley Brothers tunes, where the hell am I gonna put my amp? I can put it over here, like where I'm sitting right here, like on this side. I put the amp here, but then I have to close the windows because I have no acoustics and stuff like that. I don't have soundproof stuff. So if I like turn that shit up to 11, my neighbors are gonna explode. Like, what the fuck? 3 a.m. You're playing Slayer? Stop! Scared those cowboys that night. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to get all my junk that's in my old room, bring that shit over. Where am I gonna put it? I don't know. Probably put it in storage. That's where I'm gonna probably put it. But my main guitar is in the closet. My acoustics is somewhere. I think it's here. It's at my parents' house. But that's messed up too. I have to get strings for that. Strings don't come cheap. And putting that thing together is just a pain in the ass. But eventually I'll get those fixed. Because I gotta practice. So, but you'll get there. You keep practicing, you'll get there. You won't be Eddie Van Halen. You might not be David Gilmour or even Dimebag Darrell. Get your pull. But you'll get there. Keep practicing. Keep practicing, and then you never know, man. You might, if you get really good, and you put some stuff on YouTube, and hey, somebody might discover you. You might be like, hey, you want to join a band? Sure. What's the name of the band? I don't know. Savage Animal just rolls off the tongue. Then you never know. You might get some groupies. You might get some chicks. Yeah, you might get laid. Or you just sit at home on your ass doing crappy fucking gaming videos and stupid videos talking, saying, oh, this guy's a pedophile. Ugh. With fake proof. You could be something instead of being an asshole on YouTube. I'm not one of those guys. I got a life. But I digress. Alright, move on. But yeah, check out Winger. And keep practicing. Tell you who hot. Paramore, red hair singer. Oh yes, Hayley Williams. Ooh. I love Paramore. I love Paramore. Love it. Great stuff. My favorite songs, I'm So Into You. Good stuff. I love Hayley Williams. Even when she sang that song, Aeroplanes, with that guy. I forgot what his name was. Bebop, or I forgot what his name was. But hey, I love Paramore. That's what you get. Some of the stuff on the first album is still a great band. Great band. Love them. Love Hayley Williams. Love her. That's another great band. Thanks for letting me know about Paramore. I love Paramore. Okay, The Women, to be clear, okay. He was in the hospital for ages. That guy burns on baseball field. Oh yeah. Are you talking about Onita, or are you talking about Matt Tremont? Well, both of them. Both of them need to stop. Really, Onita, because he's like ancient. And Tremont's like, I think he's like 30 or 40 something. He has kids. He's still bleeding. He was the deathmatch king, if you think about it. Him and Nick Gage can like fight forever. Excuse me for a second. I need to. And our sponsor, once again, Rockstar Punched. Cheers to you. we're gonna get out of here. Move on. But yeah, Onita needs to stop, and I think Tremont's gonna retire again, even though he did retire and he's taking back. Now he runs H2O in New Jersey. It's a hardcore promotion, deathmatch promotion in New Jersey. Good stuff. Go check them out. I think you can probably YouTube that stuff. H2O wrestling. You probably have some matches on YouTube. But anyway, Sum 41. I used to listen to them. Yeah, I did too. Anyway, Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen from Canada, and he's awesome. Yes, he is. He's next in line to face Roman, by the way. That's Roman's next feud is going to be with Kevin Owens. Again. Is Kevin Owens going to win? No. They're just going to they're building up Kevin Owens to be this monster face. And he's going to face Roman. It's a wrap. Roman's going to whip his ass back to reality again. We'll probably have some good feuds and some good promos, but there's no way Kevin Owens is beating Roman. No way. As much as I want Kevin to win the belt, but nah. And I gotta wrap it up because the woman just woke up. So I gotta get this done. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, that wrestler got third-degree burns, right? Mess crazy doing that. Too much explosives. He got burnt. Not get good scares. Oh, you don't want to do that. Fucking. I would think Onita's like 60, like first-degree burns all over his body. Looks like fucking chicken. Anyway, B.O.B. That's it. B.O.B. Airplanes by Haley with Haley Williams. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Enough about that. All right, let's finish this off. Mrs. wants to beat my ass. All right, so back to NXT we go. Ricochet and Trick Williams. Pretty decent match. Ricochet wins with the ripcord. A 5-minute match. Then he stares at Carmelo Hayes. Actually, he hits the shooting star press to get the win. So he gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Probably another match for the North American title. Not that Ricochet wants to win the belt. But he's got nothing else to do on the main roster. So they sent him down to NXT for some seasoning. Alright, then we go to more with Tony D and Stacks drinking cappuccino. Cameron Grimes comes in. Tony asks Grimes if he's reconsidered his, I guess, Schism's offer. Grimes says, well, yeah, seriously, you guys just don't stop. Just like Gacy doesn't know Italian, so he was saying in English, no. Not today, not tomorrow, not any day. Doesn't need anybody, but not even them. Tony says the last 2 guys who said no will run out of the building. Santos and 2 Dimes, remember him? Cameron says he's not like them. Stack says people actually respect them. Get some more coffee. Actually, he gets coffee thrown in his face. Ooh, that's hot coffee. Tony and Saxton beat Cameron down, put him through a freaking table. And that's it. We'll move on. Alright, then we get a vignette from a guy, from a newcomer called Sol Ruka. Sambuca? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna run through this real quick. I had a thing with Diamond Mine backstage from Mackenzie. Brutus says he wants to break Kevin Kemp's face. Then we're gonna get a rematch with Pretty Deadly. Okay. And then Pretty Deadly come up and said, we're tired of all the people. And Drew says next week he's taking an always rage on Pretty Deadly's bitch asses. Look who you're talking to. Alright, then we had the first match of 3 with Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Or A-Kid. Pretty good match. A-Kid gets the win. So it goes on 1 match to none. He wins with the leaping heel kick. That. There's some other stuff. I don't want to go through all of it. Another Quincy Elliott video package. Nobody gives 2 shits. Let's see here. I'm not going to go through all of it because I'm going to end here. So then in the main event, Gallus versus Braun Breaker and Tyler Bate. Big, beefy men slapping meat. Tyler Bate wins the match with Tiger Driver 97. So they get the win in almost 11 minutes. Match was okay, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. And that's it for your NXT review. And that's it. After the match, JD McDonagh comes in, shoves Braun Breaker out of the ring, then attacks Tyler Bate. He escapes before Braun can get a hold of him. Then he grins like an evil man. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. So NXT was pretty good. It gave it 7 out of 10 stars. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry I had to cut the video short, but thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.